Busey and the Beach, which still is one of my favorite episodes and really almost killed me because Gary was, I mean, he was brutally difficult on that episode.
That's the first time we worked with him.
Yeah.
But I think by the second time around, Gary, and stop me if I'm wrong, you guys would almost prepare for him, right? You would pad that day a little bit?
I remember when we got the script, the crew and everyone's reaction was similar to Adrian's reaction in the script where whose desk is it? It's Gary's. And then we're all like, oh, another episode with Mr. Busey.
Yeah.
But it worked out well this time.
Right, but you have to prepare for him. It's like, you go, all right, this is going to take us we should allow a little more time to get ready.
He has a process.
Gary, whether you want to name names or not, you don't have to.
Okay, good.
Give me, but Gary, you've done.
I'm very private.
You've done probably 200 plus episodes of television.
More than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
High end.
But high end.
Yeah, high end, irrelevant to the story. What's some of the most difficult things you've dealt with talent who your job, aside from, which it's weird that it is even your job is so all-encompassing, but a lot of times you're the guy that has to be the guy that gets someone out of their trailer or gives them a call time. So what's like one of the most
encourages them to, your job is to create the most economical and fun environment for them to be in and to perform their best. That's more difficult for some actors than other actors. Some people don't want to be there. That's really the most challenging thing.
That is true, right?
They just don't want to be there that day, or their actors have private lives and maybe they had a really bad day and they got to shine in front of the camera and light it up. And
give us a story. You don't have to tell us who, but give us a story. Like what's like one of those days where you're like, I can't believe I have to deal with this crap.
Oh, I'm not going to name names because that's we don't do that here. We're family. Right. But some days on another show. An actor was in such a furious mood that, we were about to roll, and I said action, and then the camera battery died, which is something that happens.
Well, things happen.
Things happen. You got to change lenses. The light moves a little bit. The camera battery died. It shouldn't have died right before. This particular actor likes, when you call action, everything better be ready. And because of that, he stormed off a set, made a huge scene, yelling at everybody. All because the battery was dead. And then we shut down for a half hour, 45 minutes.
Now,
later.
Gary,
that's a dagger to a day, too.
That's just brutal.
Now, Gary, you work more than Connolly and I on sets, even though Connolly just played Jesus Christ in a movie.
Very handsome.
Coming out. An announcement came out today. I had a question, Gary.
Yeah, you work more than...
Now, can you get away with behavior like that in 2023? I mean...
I would like to say no, but I still think it happens. I mean...
But have you seen anything recently that's as bad as some of the stuff, or has it gotten... Because, again, to me, I need to just say as clearly as I can, and you'll never, whether I had arguments with my friends or my internal staff, there was never anything that was crazy.
Nothing like that.
There was never anything crazy on our set, but I have been around actors and talent who don't want to be there.
Yeah.
And... also who believe they're better than everybody else who is there. And it drives me crazy for a number of reasons. For one, the crew is usually much tougher than the actors and the writers and the directors, and they're working harder than the actors and the directors. And I get that at the end of the day, it's their face and they have to look good and all of this shit. But I find it one of the most self-entitled positions in Hollywood, where they believe they're more important than the other thing. And again, I've worked with some of the best actors in the world who are awesome, and Easy and Connolly's one of them for the most part.
I really think that's an exception to the rule. Those arseholes really do suck the air off the set, but most of the cast out there are really glad to be there and really just want to make it a better day. One note there is that you asked in 2023, I think since post-COVID, people are more
grateful
to be working and to be there and not be stuck at home.
Yeah.
So it's
on our set, by the way, because we did Ramble On was 8 days. I mean, was there a more enjoyable place to be on a daily basis? It was awesome. It's like a
creative enclave. It's just
want to get back there. So,
all right. Know what it is, and I'm not defending the actors because I agree with you, Doug. But I think, actors, unfortunately or fortunately, is what sort of makes the world go round, right? So you can get away with things if you bring value. Right, and look, if you take, I'm just saying, like if you take, and I don't know this, but like take a CSI Miami, right? Wasn't Crusoe a handful or something, right? But it's the star of the show. 30 million people a week watch
Give it to him.
Just like whatever. If he wants to come in, you just kind of deal with it if it's working, right?
Especially with schedules. Like if they they're supposed to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and they come to you and say, I really can't come in on Wednesday, and that's just
but the
very
trick is,
difficult.
We've all seen Caruso's a classic example of it. So for anyone who's out there, it's like the guy was a star of 2 of the biggest shows on the history of television, and now I don't know where the fuck he is.
Well, you would think he's got about $1 billion, hopefully,
Well, I don't know about hopefully or not, because he was apparently an asshole. So I don't root for him that money. My point is, though, it may catch up with you, and you better deliver over and over and over if you're going to be a jerk. But the real point is why be a jerk? This is the greatest job in the world when you get it. And by the way, we know, everyone in this room, it's not easy to get them again. It's not easy to get a hit show, no matter how talented you are. And I don't mean me, you guys. It's tough. So you should enjoy it and be grateful when you get the opportunities.